Check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check.
Good evening. Good evening, all. Welcome to Westbury Union Free District School District's Board of Education Action Meeting. We'll ask the District Clerk to call the meeting to order.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Once again, good evening, Westbury family. Welcome to the Board of Education Action and Planning meeting. Today is August 20th, 2024. Trustee Rodney Keynes.
Present.
Trustee Michelle Wilson.
Present.
Trustee Dr. Ples Dickerson.
Present.
Vice President Floyd Ewing.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, District Clerk. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silent meditation. At this time, may I have a motion to accept the minutes of July 10th, 1C, 1D, July 10th, the Board of Education Planning meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Dickerson,
Second.
second by Mr. Keynes. All in favor, Ms. Wilson?
Aye.
Mr. Keynes? Aye. Dr. Dickerson?
Aye.
And aye. Motion passes unanimously. At this time, we do not have a board's report. I just want to say that on behalf of the Board of Education, several members of our board are not able to be here due to summer months of vacations and some illness and some wonderful celebrations. They are here in spirit. They may be actually watching on video. We just want to let you know that although they may not be here, each and every action that we do as a board, we do as 7-member board. So we thank you at this time for coming out tonight and seeing all your wonderful faces. I know many of you are anticipating some good news on behalf of yourselves and family members. So we look forward to making this a wonderful night for each and every one of you, albeit a short one. At this time, we're going to turn over to the superintendent for her report.
Good evening. That was a very weak response. It is the beginning of the school year. It is exciting to see all of these great faces in the audience in August. So I'm going to try that again. Good evening. It's a little bit better, Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the 2024-2025 school year. As I've always said to my cabinet and to colleagues, I don't care how long I've been an educator, this time of year is always exciting. I'm especially pleased to see our educators who are here. We can't wait to gather on the 28th for our convocation to learn about all the amazing things we were able to do together and all the great things that we will do in the 24-25 school year. So welcome to our educators who are here. And for those who are in the audience, those who will be appointed this evening and earning tenure, let me just say congratulations. I want to remind our community, as I stated earlier, we are in the planning phase of the 2024-2025 school year. We look forward to having a robust retreat with our school leadership team this Thursday and Friday Next week, we'll be welcoming our school. I believe that's next Wednesday. We look forward to gathering here in this auditorium, as I stated earlier. And then on September 3rd, we welcome our beautiful, brilliant scholars back to school. We cannot wait to see them, and we cannot wait to begin the teaching and learning process. I'm going to ask the families who are watching to please continue to watch our social media, look for information from your child's principal regarding the opening of school, and please know if there are any questions. Our principals are in this week. Do not hesitate to reach out to them. They're eager to answer your questions and be of service to you. While I have the attention of the community, those who are here in the audience, and I also want to welcome our administrators here. I don't want to forget you guys, and our other district leaders, our central office leaders. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here. But while I have your attention, I just want to clarify something. You know, oftentimes when you have a school district of this size, and even a smaller school district, we know that the school district is the nucleus of any thriving community. And I'd like to consider Westbury a thriving community. So it was brought to my attention that there's a rumor going around. And as your superintendent, it is my obligation to not only address a rumor that could be a health and safety matter, but also to dispel it or to confirm that there's some truth to it and there's some things that we have to do. We're not afraid to admit where we probably fell short, but we're also not afraid to share out when you need to dispel something. And so it has been brought to my attention that there's conversation going on about Island Harvest collaboration with the Westbury Union Free School District and Aramark, which is our food service provider. And from what I'm made to understand, there seems to be some concerns about the partnership and the preparation of food so that we can feed families who are in need. There was talk of these food items being prepared in unsanitary, unhealthy conditions. What I am going to say to our community, if you think that there is something wrong, or if that you think that there is a situation where we're putting people in jeopardy, do not hesitate to call my office. That's why I'm here. Call one of our administrators, anyone on the dais. But when we spread things without having the facts, it can be hurtful to a school district. So, the Department of Health was here at our school district. I'll be completely transparent with you. In fact, they were here last week, and they did an inspection of not only the kitchen at the high school, but also at the middle school. There were no findings of any unsanitary, unhealthy conditions. And I just want to be clear again. There were no findings of unsanitary, unhealthy conditions. The Department of Health. We have the report. The report is available if anybody wants to see it. You know that you can have access to it. But I want to be clear that my school district, my beloved school district, would never engage in any sort of practices knowingly where we can put people in jeopardy of getting sick or getting hurt. So I want to clear that up, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the last time I hear about it. But in the future, if you think or know of unhealthy, unsanitary, unsafe conditions, don't you dare hesitate to reach out to myself, my office. My secretary is Randy Thomas, or you can reach out to Christine Giordano. You can reach out to Mary O'Neill, who's at the end. Mary, raise your hand in case people don't know who you are. She's our Assistant Superintendent for Business and Operations. You can reach out to Dr. Roger Bloom. He's our Assistant Superintendent for Personnel. You can reach out to Mr. Brendan Gallivan. He's our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction Secondary. And you can reach out to Robin Barnett. She's our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction Elementary. These guys that are over here, our central office team, you can reach out to them. Mike Hardy, raise your hand, Mike, so folk know who you are. You can reach out to Mr. James Popkin. Mr. Popkin is our Director for Transportation. And you know what? Mr. Michael Mack has joined us. He is our newly hired Director for Special Education. Please feel free to reach out to him as well. We also have wonderful central office folk here. We have our treasurer here. We have, just want to make sure I have the correct title. Right, she's our auditor, right. So we have people who are here who are more than happy to accept your calls. And of course, we have our board members. So I just want to be clear, we're here to help. And again, thank you. Welcome again to the 2024-2025 school year. This will be our best school year yet. I feel it. Every fiber of my being feels that it will be. Thank you all for your attention. And I look forward to seeing you in the coming days.
Thank you, Dr. Chase. At this time, we are,
Oh, sorry. I apologize. Mr. Ewan, and I did promise it will be a short report, but I would be remiss if I did not identify magic in our school district with our summer program. We hosted a beautiful Future Maker program, and some of our summer school providers and our teachers are here in the audience. We also hosted Active Zone, which is a week-long program in our school district where we expose our beautiful scholars to an array of athletic sports and activities. And so if you are a member who participated, supported, led it, let me just say thank you for a job well done. I heard nothing but positive feedback at our newly designed summer programs. Fantastic job. Thank you.
thank you, Dr. Chase. Also wanted to discuss, we have some beautiful beautification projects that are going on throughout our district. We have a plaza that we're doing at the middle school, and we'll finish the middle school auditorium facade, as well as a beautification project and also a safety measure in Drexel schools, in which we're increasing the size of the parking lot and trying to make it so that it's easier for bus loops and also transportation during arrival and dismissal at our schools. But there's one other project, and I haven't talked to Mr. Keynes about it. I'd like him to discuss a little bit about it, that he is beaming with joy about, is our windmills at our elementary school and middle school.
So, thanks, Mr. Ewing. I don't know if anyone had a chance to drive by the middle school and, as of now, Drexel, but there's a large windmill structure that's been erected. Has a windmill and has 2 solar panels on it. That tower basically is a living lab for our scholars. It allows them to begin to be introduced to the field of photovoltaic panels and windmill generation for electricity. And what that does is during the day, with the wind and the sunlight, it produces electricity that charges a battery bank that's in the base of that tower. And in the evening, with a photovoltaic cell, when it gets dark, there's an actual street light that's connected to that pole. And so that entire operation is basically free of charge, aside from the cost of installation and the apparatus. But you'll see one at every school, every elementary school, and there's one at the middle school. And we plan to have our students basically begin to track the amount of electricity that's produced, how it's produced, and what we could possibly do with it. We can also install security cameras on that pole that would be powered by sunlight and wind power, as well as charging stations. I mean, those locations really aren't conducive to a charging station, but ultimately in the future, if we had more locations, we may have the opportunity to have some sort of a charging station. So I'm super, super excited about it. It definitely markets our drive for sustainability in the district, and I'd love to have this conversation with many more residents. I've had some conversations just today from various members of the community who called, asking, what's that big windmill thing going up? And so it's just a great thing for our district and for our scholars. So if you get a chance, go by and take a look.
Thank you, Mr. Keynes. We are very proud of all the technological advances that we are making in the district, and also our emphasis on renewable energy projects that allow us to save money throughout the district on our electric bill. This wonderful air condition is being powered by those solar panels that are in the parking lot. So we have a lot to be thankful for with respect to that, and hopefully more to continue in order to save money for the community, as well as consider the environment for our future and for our scholars. At this time, we're going to open up the mic for anyone in the community that has any questions regarding tonight's agenda items and anything with respect to the district. When you do come up, please, I'm going to ask two things. One, please state your name and your address, and if you can say one particular good thing about the district before you speak and ask your question. Thank you.
Good evening. Chester McGibbon, 502 Alicia Drive. One good thing? You're all looking good.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Mr. Vice President, Chester McGibbon, 502 Alicia Drive.
Oh, yes.
Does our district has a cell phone use policy for our scholars? If not, do we plan to?
A cell phone sponsor?
Use policy.
A cell phone use policy for our scholars.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there is a cell phone use policy in the high school.
It needs to be enhanced, and it needs to be updated.
And that okay, I'll let superintendent address that.
So this has been hi, Mr. McGibbons. Good evening. This has been the conversation of our district council. We're actually working on an enhanced cell phone policy that is relevant to today's technology and access. So we're working on it.
Now, the reason I'm asking is because I know the governor
Yes.
has a comprehensive, some school districts has already adopted this. And I'm just concerned whether or not we're on board with that.
Yes. We are aware,
All right, thank you.
and it's on our radar.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. McGivens. Just in case anyone didn't understand or didn't hear what he said, basically he's asking about our cell phone policy for scholars. And that is being worked on throughout amongst the administration and will be presented to the board once they come out with a clear policy relevant to today's technology and usage. Any other questions? Well, while people
Excuse me,
maybe...
Mr. Vice President, there is a question in the chat. Ms. Barnett has it opened.
The question reads, hello, can you please advise why homecoming was moved to September?
Can you also just read?
The question came in from the name Izzy Hamlow. Is it Isabella Hamilton Lomax, 565 Jefferson Street?
I'm going to ask Dr. Bloom, do you mind taking that question, please? Thank you.
Good evening. Oh, let's try that again. Good evening. All right. I think we have some audience members who are looking forward to tenure, appointment. We need more enthusiasm. Good evening. Okay, so a question has come up about homecoming. So traditionally, homecoming has fallen in the first or second week of October, but this year, due to when the Jewish holidays fall out for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, that has prevented the district from having homecoming the first 2 weeks in October. And Homecoming is driven in many ways by the athletic schedule for Section 8 that is determined for varsity football sometime in February or March of the year prior. So it's a combination of looking where holidays fall out, plus the football schedule to determine which home game would suit us best in terms of competition and time-wise. So because of the way that the holidays fell and our football schedule, it was determined that September 21st would be our homecoming. I'm looking at the district calendar right now, and that is a home game versus Hicksville. The week after was determined back in February or March. That would be an away game. It was determined that even though schools are closed for Rosh Hashanah on September 3rd and 4th, homecoming being the 5th, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it with floats, and the high school has their spirit weeks, and the middle school has the spirit week, and there's pep rallies, and without having that the prior days earlier, that date wouldn't work. Yom Kippur is October 12th. We have an away game on the 19th, and that finishes out our football season. So that is the reason why it's on the 21st.
Dr. Bloom, there's a follow-up question, again from Isabella Hamilton Lomax at 565 Jefferson Street. It reads, has planning started considering the short time frame?
So we have our expert assistant principal at Westbury High School, Mr. Reginald Warren, who begins planning homecoming the day after the previous homecoming begins. So plans have been made, preparations have been made. I know the buildings have selected themes off the top of my head. I can't remember what the themes are, but the buildings have different themes, and the grades 9, 10, 11, and 12 classes have themes. And then once the students get back, it'll be full steam ahead, and we're excited.
Thank you, Dr. Bloom. Any other questions in the chat? No other questions? Okay. With no other questions, I'm going to close this part of the meeting, and I'm going to do a part of the meeting that hopefully won't be too long, but it's going to be very happy and exciting for a group of you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call your name. If your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all of the names have called. And we will start with, okay, please forgive me if I mess up the name, because I know what it feels like, because when I first came to public school in Westbury Powell's Lane in 6th grade, the teacher called me Flyod Ewing. My name is Floyd Ewing. So as a 6th grader, I understand when someone messes up your name, so it's not intended for me to mess up your name and pronunciation. It's just, please forgive me in advance. I've been called other things too, and people didn't really mess up the names, but please forgive me, all right? Jocelyn Jimenez, elementary teacher at Dryden School. Jennifer Mohall, ENL teacher at Westbury High School. Megan Smith, Powell's Lane teacher, reading teacher. Melissa Brutus, speech teacher at Park Avenue, Powell's Lane. Cynthia Del Franco, elementary teacher at Powell's Lane. Paola Germano, elementary education teacher at Powell's Lane, at Drexel and Dryden. Gianna Laird, Drexel Avenue teacher and Dryden speech teacher. Brianna Shiverington, school guidance counselor at Powell's Lane. Caitlin Strang, at middle school, is special education teacher. Joseph Verdicchio, a special ed teacher at an office of pupil personnel services. I can't read either, so. Jasmine White, special ed teacher at Powell's Lane. Lisa Cooper, teaching assistant at Westbury Middle School. Patrick Eustache, teaching assistant at Westbury Middle School. Ayel Kuhn, Westbury Middle School, teaching assistant. Then we have Jason Brill, 12-month security guard. Rubana Nunez, food service helper, district-wide. Lionel Harvey, night cleaner at Park Avenue Schools. Ethel Jimenez Escobar, food service helper at district-wide. Robert Cass, 12-month security guard, Park Avenue Schools. Jezebel Miena Garcia is food service helper, district-wide. Robert Newland, a 12-month security guard. Jeffrey Redding, 12-month security guard. Jessica Brand, long-term substitute elementary school teacher at the Westbury Middle School. Vonda Tolliver Miller, long-term substitute math teacher at the middle school. Michael Baltzer, permanent sub. Stanley Bellis, permanent sub. Leslie Pinato, permanent sub. And Leanna Rudolph, permanent sub. Kayla Baronsny, I'm sorry again, Floyd, fly out of your E-wing, remember that. Middle school leave replacement math teacher. Carl Ciliano, leave replacement education teacher at the Powell's Lane Schools. And Brianna Kraut, music teacher at Dryden Street School. And Karen McNulty, special education teacher for Office of Pupil Personnel. And Esteban Barrios, Jessica Brand, Unita Canule, Christine DeAngelis, and Vonda Tolliver Miller are permanent substitutes. We have not accepted your appointments as yet, but we welcome you to the Westbury Union Free School District. We ask you to have a seat right now, but when you finish, when we vote on you, I'd ask you to please stand and have everybody, and celebrate your family when you do, all right? And tenure, yes. At this time, I'd like to have a motion to table agenda resolution items 11A and 11B.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Wilson,
Second.
second by Dr. Dickerson. All in favor? Mr. Keynes?
Aye.
Ms. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Dickerson?
Aye.
And aye. Motion passes unanimously. Those items are tabled. At this time, could I have a motion to block vote resolution items 5A through 5M, 6A through 6II, 7A through 7H, 8A through 8D, 11C, 13A through 13O.
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Dickerson,
Second.
second by Mr. Keynes. All in favor? Mr. Keynes?
Aye.
Ms. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Dickerson?
Aye.
And aye, motion passes unanimously. Now may I have a vote to approve all of the resolutions that have been block voted?
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Dickerson,
Second.
second by Ms. Wilson. All in favor? Mr. Keynes?
Aye.
Ms. Wilson?
Aye.
Dr. Dickerson?
Aye.
And aye, motion passes unanimously. Congratulations, you have been approved. We welcome you to the Westbury Union Free School District. You were hired because you are exceptional. We ask you to continue your exceptional career and work while you're here. Our scholars need you, and we thank you for being a part of our school district, and we look forward to many more years of you doing wonderful work in the Westbury Union Free School District. Thank you. At this time, are there any other questions from anyone in the community? With no questions, may I have a motion to adjourn? So
So
moved.
moved. Second?
Do we have to go in a second? No, no. Moved by Mr. Kane, second
Second?
by Ms. Wilson. All in favor, Mr. Keynes,
Aye.
Ms. Wilson,
Aye.
Dr. Dickerson,
Aye.
and I. Motion passes unanimous. We are adjourned. Have a great rest of the summer. Looking forward to seeing you in the new school year. Thank you. What time is it?
Guess what?
What?
I forgive you for all that talking because you got us out of here.
I told you. I told you.
Just only 2 minutes late, but we're good.
2 minutes late.
I'll take it. Good job.
Dr. Chase,
Yes.
I have a question.
That purple star balloon has definitely, yeah. Yeah, that balloon is definitely hanging in there. Yes, Dr. B.
I don't want to see the picture.
All right, see you soon.